Welcome back to designing and publishing a website in Figma Sites. So here's a problem, right? How do we make this more interesting? This is okay, it does the trick, but there's definitely a lot of room for improvement. So in this video, let's think about what could go on this page, brainstorm how to arrange and visualize that, and deliver a sketch that we're then going to be using to create the final polished design for this page. And as usual, if you'd like to save time and support the channel, make sure to check the link in the description where you can purchase the source file for this entire series. And also, if you need personalized help, you can now book a one-to-one live coaching session with me also by using one of the links in the description. So contact us page. What's the purpose of this page? Usually on SaaS websites, that's software as a service, that's where you usually request a demo or something. Here is where high purchase intent people will go. This means they are considering to actually buy something from you. So this page is really critical. It needs to convert. Let me grab my pencil tool and sketch up some layouts. Let me do a page that could go like this. Here we go. And then the header, of course. Right. So as a user, you ideally want to see a couple of things. I think you want to see a confirmation that you are doing a smart thing, right? Assurance. So this would be something like, great choice. Or you're about to join 5,000 plus other successful companies, other customers, blah, 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 and so on. This is very strong, right? This is social proof. Okay. So that's definitely something you want to see on this site. You also want to see that basically from the assurance angle, you want to basically also see other proofs of competence, right? So when you're purchasing something or considering purchasing something, you want to know that the company knows what they're doing. For example, it could have a good rating, for example, on G2 or any other review platform, right? So there would be definitely some good rating required. Then maybe also a summary, right? Like a concise summary of features or actually not so much features, but what you'll be able to achieve, okay? So in general, what you want to do is be like, as a website, as a company, be like, yes, dear user, keep going. You're making a good decision, and here's a reason why, or reasons, right? Many reasons why. So this is basically why you're doing all of this. This is the ultimate goal. So what elements, how could we actually arrange this? So I was thinking that we could have a one big headline, right? So using simply contact us, it's too dry. You need something like you're about to join other blah, 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 and so on. But in any case, it's going to be a huge headline, right? It's going to be a huge headline. And then beneath that, maybe what you could get is like a section where there would be customer logos, and these logos could be moving. It could be like a conveyor belt type of thing. I'm sure you have seen that. So these would be customer logos. Not sure if straight below the headline, maybe below the paragraph that's going to come up next, but definitely some like display of social proof of other companies that are using your product. And then you could get like a short paragraph or something. You're making a good choice, and so on and so forth. And then you should see, I think you could see in bullet points what you'll be able to achieve. So like check mark, you will increase your results by this much. Check mark, you are going to be improving this and that, and so on and so forth. You'll be signing up for a platform that can save your entire company. These little elements right here, these little check marks, by the way, psychologically speaking, these are very powerful, okay? These are very powerful, especially if they are green. The immediate associations that the users have are going to be like completion, success, multiple completed things. So right now we're talking about the immediate, almost subconscious associations that people are going to have after seeing this. So that's why I would put it there, right? Check marks simply increase trust, okay? And on the right side, you could get the actual form with a smaller headline, maybe that would be like, use this form to sign up for a demo or just to reach out to us. And then you would get the actual fields, your name, your email, maybe basically what we have here, right? Field 1, field 2, field 3, and then some kind of a send button. All right. And right below the button, right, this is going to be a button. Let's pretend this is a button. I would put probably something like those rating stars, right? Those stars that you can see like on certain rating portals like G2, maybe Google reviews, I don't know, whichever. But it would essentially be like a display of quality, right? Right below the button where the user is supposed to take the final step and sending you their info. That's where you want to put it. Or at least that's what I would put it on this page. So it could say something like 4.9 out of 5. And there could be a logo of the platform or something. I don't know. But ideally, this should be also like clickable, right? So for transparency reasons, you want to actually this to go somewhere clickable. You never want to make empty claims, right? You never want to just put 5 stars under your UI with no context, right? That decreases trust. So that's a very important thing. Let me write this down. Visual symbols of trust decrease trust if they are not transparent or genuine. So this is exactly the case. If you put 4.9 out of 5 stars and you don't say where these ratings are coming from, and you maybe don't provide a link or a platform, that's going to be very sketchy because anyone can claim that. You cannot independently verify that this is the case. I have seen, for example, on one website, I have seen these portraits, right? These portraits of people where you have like one photo, then you have another photo, and then you have another photo, and so on. And it says basically join 5K other blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you have seen this element, but when I inspected, actually, when I looked at the photos, these were not real people, right? These were people from stock image websites, like from Shutterstock or similar things. You could actually reverse search and you could find out that these are basically, you can find these photos on different websites. And that's a big problem. Nobody's probably going to notice, but somebody is going to notice. I have noticed. And when people actually see through that these people that you claim that there's 5,000 of them and that you are about to join them and thereby making a good decision, that's a big hit to any trust that is being like formed, because how can you be joining other users making a good decision if those people aren't real, right? Now, of course, I know there are certain legal implications from using other people's photos, but if you're unable to get other people's real photos to be showcased, like of your clients on your website, then you probably shouldn't be using this element, okay? Similar to this one, if you don't have a platform where you actually got a good rating, you probably shouldn't be presenting yourselves with those stars and this rating. I hope that makes sense. And therefore, to actually close off this website, I think this is, for now, this is plenty of elements. I think we could do like a simplified footer, not to distract the users too much, maybe something like privacy policy, and maybe we're gonna have to put little disclaimers over here about the privacy policy and so on. Maybe we could also put, let me actually grab this, maybe we could also put like a tiny little success story carousel, essentially, right? Success story carousel where you would, or just links, or I don't know, in some form where directly below those client logos, you would get, read how this company achieved these results, basically linking to success stories, right? I think that could be really powerful, but this depends on how much space is actually going to be there. Because if you take a look at this, that's a lot of stuff, right? And to fit this onto a screen and make it look good, that's gonna be a bit of a challenge. But yeah, this is how I would approach the contact us page. We went over considerations of building trust and how you actually want to present yourself and what to do and what not to do. Based on this, we will then start creating this contact us page. Okay. I hope you found this video useful. I hope you learned something new. If you did, I would appreciate you leaving a like. Check the links in the description for the source file and coaching, and I will see you guys in the next one.